one airstrike just knocked out the man who controlled 20% of the world's oil supply. Commodore Alireza Tangsiri, the commander of Iran's IRGC Navy, is dead. Israel confirmed it overnight. Tangsiri wasn't just another military officer. He was the single person responsible for the Strait of Hormuz blockade, the choke point that decides whether oil reaches your gas station, your grocery store, your heating bill. And right now, Brent crude is sitting at $104 a barrel, up over 40% since this war started 4 weeks ago. If you haven't been paying attention to this conflict, you're already feeling the price. Here's what most people are missing. This isn't an isolated event. It's the latest in a systematic campaign to dismantle Iran's entire leadership chain. On February 28, U.S. and Israeli airstrikes killed Iran's supreme leader. On March 17, Israel took out Ali Larijani, Iran's national security chief. Now Tangsiri. 3 of Iran's most powerful figures, gone in under a month. This is a decapitation strategy, and it's accelerating. Each strike has triggered retaliation. Each retaliation has triggered another strike. And the pattern isn't slowing down, it's compressing. So who was Tangsiri, and why does his death matter more than the others? He wasn't a politician. He wasn't a figurehead. He was the operational commander who physically controlled the Strait of Hormuz. In February, just weeks before his death, Tangsiri publicly declared his forces could close the strait, quote, in the shortest possible time if ordered. And he wasn't bluffing. His IRGC Navy had already deployed mines, fast attack boats, and drone operations that brought commercial shipping to a halt. Maersk, one of the world's largest shipping companies, had already suspended all operations through the strait. Now here's the part that directly hits your wallet. The Strait of Hormuz is a 21-mile wide passage between Iran and Oman. Every single day, roughly 1/5 of all oil consumed on Earth passes through it. When Tangsiri's forces began disrupting traffic, oil prices didn't just rise, they surged. Brent crude jumped from around $74 to $104 in 4 weeks. Analysts at Le Monde and Forbes warned that prolonged disruption could push prices past $150 a barrel. That's not just a number. That's $6 gasoline. That's food prices climbing. That's shipping costs spiking on everything you order online. Some economists are already whispering the word recession. But this strike wasn't reckless. There's a calculated logic behind it. On March 13, the U.S. bombed Karg Island, Iran's most important oil export terminal. But they deliberately avoided hitting oil infrastructure. It was a message: we can destroy your economy, but we're choosing not to, yet. The condition was clear. Reopen the strait. Iran didn't comply. 2 weeks later, Tangsiri is dead. The man enforcing the blockade has been removed. Israel and the U.S. are betting that without him, the IRGC Navy loses its operational nerve, and the strait reopens. The U.S. Treasury had already sanctioned Tangsiri in 2019, designating him a specially designated global terrorist. In 2024, secondary sanctions followed for his involvement in a military drone company. He'd been on Western radar for years. Israel's defense minister Israel Katz didn't mince words in the announcement. He stated directly that Tangsiri was responsible for the bombing operations blocking ships from crossing the strait. This wasn't a covert operation they wanted hidden. This was a public message to whoever steps into Tangsiri's role next. And here's where it gets truly unpredictable. Iran hasn't even confirmed Tangsiri's death yet. That silence is unusual and deliberate. After Larijani's killing on March 17, Iran responded with missile strikes. The question everyone in intelligence circles is asking right now is not if Iran retaliates, it's how. They could strike Israeli targets directly. They could activate proxy forces across the region. Or they could do something far more devastating: order the remaining IRGC Navy forces to escalate in the strait itself. Mine the shipping lanes. Attack tankers. Turn a choke point into a graveyard. If that happens, $104 oil is a memory. We're looking at $150 or beyond. The bigger picture is staggering. In less than 1 month, the Iran-Israel conflict has eliminated a supreme leader, a national security chief, and now the commander controlling the world's most critical oil passage. Iran's IRGC is losing its chain of command faster than it can replace it. But decapitation strategies have a dark history. They don't always produce surrender. Sometimes they produce chaos, fragmented command structures making desperate, uncoordinated decisions. And desperate men with fast attack boats and sea mines in a 21-mile choke point is the scenario that keeps Pentagon analysts awake at night. Follow now, because this story is moving faster than any headline can keep up. The Strait of Hormuz is either about to reopen, or about to become the most dangerous waterway on Earth. And the scariest part? The people who are supposed to decide that, Iran's top commanders, keep disappearing. So who exactly is giving the orders now?